Well, originally, my folks had planned to come to Bakersfield from Texas, and we broke down in Arizona, broke a trailer hitch out of the old trailer, and we didn't have the money to continue on. There was a boy and I in Arizona. We used to have a soup bowl. I played a little bit on the mandolin, and he played the guitar, and we would go around to the taverns. We would play, and we'd have the bartender pass the soup bowl, and that was at about the age of 16. So we settled there in Arizona until 1951 when I came to Bakersfield. I had a couple of uncles that played the guitar. My mama always played the piano in church, and so I did have musical people in my family. First record that I ever heard was of Jimmie Rodgers. And then bluegrass pickers, the Monroe Brothers. They would have been my first because that was the first country music I remember getting. But Bob Wills would have been a lot of my early music influence.
Oh, that San Antonio Rose, yeah.
And then after that, of course, Hank Williams.
Hey, hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
A guy by the name of Terry Fell, the guy that wrote Truck Driving Man.
Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a nickel in the jukebox and play the Truck Driving Man.
And he got permission to produce a session on me. They had a thing called RCX. And then they were going to release it. And between the time that he recorded me and he got the tape to him, they decided to go out of the country music business on the label. So here he is with a tape. So he takes it over to the guy that had Pep Records and Pamper Music. He made a deal with him to release them. The guy didn't have one distributor. He sold 1,000 records out of the back of his car in L.A. County. I never will forget that.
You'll find me hanging around. It's there I'll be found, down on the corner of love. Beneath the stars that shine and the neon signs, I'll be down on the corner of love. When night starts to fall and love starts to call, down on the corner of love, you'll find me hanging around. It's there I'll be found, be down on the corner of love.
First session, of course, was kind of scary, that you only hope that you've got that song. And after you have a whole bunch of hits, then it gets scary again because it could be that you're never going to have another one.
You've got me under your spell again, saying those things again, making me believe that you're just mine. You've got me dreaming those dreams again, thinking those things again. I've gotta take you back just one more time. You've got me dreaming those dreams again, making those things again. I've gotta take you back just one more time.
I remember getting paid on Ray's record first because I was the writer, and I thought, boy, if I made that much off of Ray's, I'm going to get rich off of mine, and that was one of my rude awakenings to the record business. We had a TV show on Saturday afternoons in Tacoma, Washington, and Loretta used to come and do the TV show. We had a talent contest that went on about 10 o'clock, and down the street about a half a block was another club called the Circle Inn. They had a talent contest that went on about an hour after hours, and the first prize was a watch. And she won a watch there, and she went down the street and won the contest down there, and she won a watch there, and she later on told me neither one of them run. But that was my first meeting with Loretta.
Ever since you left me, I've done nothing but wrong. Many nights I've laid awake and cried. We once were happy, my heart was in the world, but now I'm a honky-tonk girl.
As a matter of fact, I have a tape of her and I singing Under Your Spell Again. We used to do a duet a lot of times, and Loretta used to come and do the TV show.
I know that you've been fooling around on me right from the start, so I'll take back my ring and
young lady by the name of Vonnie Morrison. She brought 6 songs on an acetate, kind of like a tape, except it had been reduced to a record. And she played me 5 songs, and she had this one other cut in there. And I said, hey, go ahead and play that one. And she said, no. She said, I don't want to bore you. It's not your type. And Don Rich actually set the needle over on the acetate, on the 3rd cut, on the 2nd side. And here's Johnny Russell, just him and a guitar singing, they're going to put me in the movies. I looked at Don, and he looked at me, and I said, well, I'll take it. So that's really how I got the song at the Fresno Barn in Fresno.
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely, and all I gotta do is act naturally. Well, I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can't never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you come to see me in the movie, but then I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that's ever hit the big time, and all I gotta do is act naturally.
For years, people have asked me what is the highest point in my career. What was it? Carnegie Hall? Was it the Palladium in London? Was it the White House? Where was your biggest moment? Was it the Grand Ole Opera? What was it? When Act Naturally jumped into #1. At that time, I thought that I had made it. After Act Naturally, I had a song out called My Heart Skips a Beat.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when we walk down the street. I feel a trembling in my knees, and just to know you're mine until the end of time makes my heart skip a beat.
And the other side was called Together Again.
Together again. My tears have stopped falling. The long, lonely nights are now at an end. The key to my heart you hold in your hand, and nothing else matters. We're together again.
I noticed that the week that My Heart Skips a Beat made #1 in the Billboard, that #7 I saw was Together Again, and I said, what's this here? Somebody's working on the wrong side. About 2 weeks after that, Together Again made #1 and knocked My Heart Skips a Beat into #2. So here was both sides of the record. They was flip-flopping, making #1 and #2. It's really hard to come up with what you call a favorite. I suppose my favorite songs would be Together Again or Crying Time or some of those type songs.
Oh, it's crying time again. You're gonna leave me. I can see that faraway look in your eye. I can tell by the way you hold me, darling, that it won't be long before it's crying time. I'm gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back. Then I'll roll in my sweet baby's arms. Well, I ain't gonna work on the railroad, I ain't gonna work on the farm. Hey, I'll lay around the shack till the mail train comes back and roll in my sweet baby's arms. Well, I'm rolling in my sweet baby's arms, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Lay around the shack till the mail train comes back, then I'll roll in my sweet baby's arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, down stood an old cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. He never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ringing a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go. Go, 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 Johnny, go. Go, go, Johnny B. Good.
I used to get letters from people who said, "Oh, you got too much drums. When I can go buy any more of your records." I remember getting a letter that said that, and I think it's just the timing, the cycle, the whole thing has come around, and I think country music has gotten much more palatable to the younger audiences. Future really holds a lot of things. I think that probably that I'll write some songs and continue to record and continue to do my charity work and work with young artists and in the entertainment business, period.
I've spent 1,000 miles of thumbing. Yes, I've worn blisters on my heel, trying to find me something better here on the streets of Bakersfield. Hey, you don't know me, but you don't like me. Say you care less how I feel, but how many of you that sit and judge me ever walk the streets of Bakersfield?